You've just been listening to what the jury recommends here for the gunman in the Marjory Stoneman Douglas shooting. He has been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole on all 17 counts of first-degree murder. This jury was to decide between life in prison or the death penalty. I want to bring in David Henderson. He's a civil rights lawyer and former prosecutor. David, I think for some of our viewers, some of that might have been a little confusing to listen to there, but it kind of comes down to these two questions we were hearing that I want to read out right now. One of them was, we, the jury, unanimously find that the aggravating factors are sufficient to warrant a possible death sentence. The answer to which from that jury was yes. However, following that question was, we, the jury, unanimously find that the aggravating factors that were proven beyond a reasonable doubt outweighs the mitigating circumstances established. The answer to that, which our viewers would have just heard at the end of each count that was read out, was no, meaning the jury did not unanimously find. Walk us through that. What does that mean there? One or more juror found what exactly?
Absolutely, Savannah. And I'm going to put it in simple terms because it is super confusing, especially when you keep in mind he pled guilty to capital murder. Even when someone pleads guilty to capital murder, though, you can't automatically put them to death. You have to ask, basically, is this super bad? And we do that by saying, are there aggravating factors that contributed to this crime that actually make him eligible of receiving the death penalty? And the jury actually said, yes, this is super bad. It's so bad. He deserves to be put to death. However, we are not going to do it because that's where this issue of mitigation comes up. And it's very simple. They just asked the question, having decided that he's guilty of capital murder because he confessed to it, having decided that it's super bad, even in the context of capital murder, we are not willing to put him to death because there's some reason we see, at least one of us, to give him life instead of death.
So walk us through that here, because as many of our viewers probably know, maybe they've been involved in some process themselves, either jury duty, maybe they're a lawyer, but part of the process of jury selection goes through that. We have to understand if a juror would be willing to put someone to death. Therefore, I would think that that then means that something happened in that courtroom that meant they didn't believe that this particular individual should be. What does that say to you? And what exactly does that mean was presented by the defense, I presume, that changed a mind?
It says several things to me. The biggest thing it says is that this was a fundamental failure of the prosecution during jury selection. And here's the reason why. We debate whether or not we should still have the death penalty across this country, and we're phasing out the death penalty in many states. However, to serve on a jury, you have to say that you're capable of following the law, which means that you have to be able to say that there is some circumstance where you can contemplate sentencing someone to death. In this case, if this case isn't one where you could sentence someone to death, then there's no case where you could sentence someone to death. And so at least one person on that jury wasn't capable of following the law. And this just stresses why jury selection in these cases is so important. There are a number of other things that are unique about this case, but that's what jumps out to me the most.
Absolutely. That is quite a powerful way to put it. And let me just ask you directly then, based on what you just said, are you surprised by this verdict?
I'm shocked by this verdict. I'm truly, truly shocked by this verdict. First of all, we were talking about this earlier. They came back at lightning speed. This was not a fast turnaround. I've seen jurors take longer deciding DWI cases or simple assault cases based on bar fights. If you think about how long it took them to fill out all that paperwork, they came back in an instant. That almost always shows that they're in favor of the prosecution. In addition, I'm used to hearing judges read out these long verdict forms. And once I start hearing that they found aggravating factors, honestly, my wife gets mad at me because I normally tune out after that. I never would have imagined that they would make the statement, you know what, balancing the scales, we still feel, though, that there's mitigating evidence, there's some reason to give him life. The only way this could be a more powerful social statement in this country is if this verdict occurred in Texas instead of Florida. It's fundamentally defining with regard to criminal justice in this country.
Wow. David, also, I just want to explain to our viewers what you're seeing here is video from earlier with inside the courtroom. Just a moment ago, the camera was on faces of family members of victims. They were there listening to this. We saw them shaking their heads, many of them crying, many of them looking quite upset. And just a moment ago, we also saw them consoling each other after this, holding tissues. That's what you were just seeing there a moment ago. And now this video here is from earlier as it was being read. We've only got about 45 seconds left, but David, I do want to ask you about what we heard at the very end there, November 1st, 9 a.m. That is the actual sentencing, and I understand that something else is able to happen there, so we've just got about 20 seconds for your answer. Tell us what's next.
Absolutely. It sounds like it's going to be what we call victim impact testimony, and that is family members have the right to speak before the judge actually pronounces the sentence. Most of the times this happens after sentencing. Florida's got a unique law that puts it in reverse.
Absolutely. And that's what we just heard they're asking for at the end. Again, November 1st at 9 a.m. David Henderson, thank you. This was a confusing, a tough one to listen to, heartbreaking in so many ways for those families. And of course, those 17 victims are who need to be remembered after all of this is said and done. David Henderson, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.